That's what it is.
Hey, yo, your drawing is some
Hey, man, shut up, bruh. You're a hater,
son.
yo. I ain't even finished. I'm still drawing. You had all the time in the world to draw. Don't make you come here with that stick figure. Don't talk to me. Go.
Well,
what's your thing?
My thing is... So.
You're not supposed to show yet.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
See, look at you getting overzealous.
I am very happy.
Jumping the gun.
I'm very happy.
I'm Picasso, nigga. Go.
Go.
I don't remember the words.
Yeah.
Okay, what colors did you guys pick and why?
Pink.
Her color is pink. My color is purple because it's my favorite color. It's the color of royalty. And Black people are royal. Namely, Elijah is royal. So pink. Purple just resonates with me. We had a conversation about like what color we think our aura emanates.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I feel like it's like a really calm, like, what did you say? Fuchsia? Was that the?
Like lavender.
Like a lavender.
Lilac.
Lilac. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's like super crown chakra-ish energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just the color that resonates with me. It's my favorite color. I have my only colored tattoo is purple.
What makes you guys the most upset? Like what really pisses you off?
Well, what makes me what angers me or frustrates me the most is a lack of communication. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, closed mouths don't get fed. So it just frustrates me because it's something my parents always push, like if you don't talk, nobody's going to hear you. That's the end of that. And then like coming from a bigger family, you just had to be vocal. My family's loud. We're just really loud. And so for the longest time, I was super shy and I was like silent. I went from being the biggest introvert in the world to now most people would say the biggest extrovert, because I had to learn how like, all right, if I need something, I just gotta say. And those who refuse to do so will often get walked over and not get the resources they need. And so it just frustrates me. It's my trigger in the classroom with students. If like you don't speak up or tell me what you need, then I'm just not going to listen to you. It's a tough trigger to get over because they're kids, but like that's.
So mine is bad drivers. If you know you're going to be driving slow, do not be in the fast lane. That's all I got to say.
Okay, what excites you more than anything? What makes you really happy? Food.
Actually, just before we got on line, I made shrimp, fish and grits, and a butter sauce.
Wow.
What makes me happy? I think making other people happy. It's so frustrating too, though, because but what makes me happy is pouring into other people and seeing other people find success, almost to a fault sometimes. Mm-hmm. In the midst of us being quarantined. And actually yesterday I was talking to a friend and I was just like, yo, I was talking to him frustrated with people not taking as much action as they should or utilizing the resources in order to, hit the Minneapolis Police Department for like come for their necks and like all these different things. And I was really frustrated because nobody was listening to me. And he was like, yo, but like, you got to take care of yourself, bro. People, you can get them there if you want. And I know that's what excites you, but you can't do the work if you're drained yourself. And so that's why it becomes a fault for me, because I want to see other people find success. I want to see people, even with now, I want to see people make moves and find the resources and be at the head of these protests and these charges and being in communication with for legislation and all these different things. And so then I get frustrated when people don't do the things. I'm like, yo, this will help, like get there. And then I get even more frustrated when it's like, all right, well now I've tried to help everybody else out and I'm just shit out of luck and have no more energy. So but seeing other people be successful and find success is the biggest joy for me.
Okay. So what makes you really uncomfortable?
Oh, your answer really was food.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So.
Oh shit. I didn't know.
I wasn't kidding.
I didn't get to draw anything yet. You gotta go now.
I'm gonna say watching movies with my parents and a sex scene comes up. I don't know. My dad be like, "Whoa, here we go. Oh, look at him. Whoa," and I'm just like, I don't want to be here no more. Like
that was the commentary.
Whoa, I know, and I'm just like, because
that's a lot. Whoa, look at him.
Do you sit in silence? Do you? And it's
you have to make like a joke to make it not creepy.
Yeah, and that's what my dad does. He'd be like, "Whoa, there he goes. Woo, look at him." And I'm just like,
I would die if my dad did that. I would just like, literally.
I'm just like, come in there.
Hey man, this is real. What makes me uncomfortable is not. It's like happening right now. This being quarantined is a fucking nightmare for me because I'm such a busybody. So not having the ability to just be out and draw my energy from people makes me extremely uncomfortable. I get my energy from my interactions with people. I get inspired from, actual face-to-face interactions with people. And so all this digital shit has been great because it's a new way for me to draw energy, but it still has not been the same. And me having to take things slow and like just stop and like let the world pause is very uncomfortable for me. It's really difficult to just allow to be still. Like I meditated a lot as a kid. That was like part of my punishment almost. But but like I've done a lot of meditation, learned a lot of different meditation practices. And so when there's a time when I need to be still, it's fine. But now being forced to do that, it's uncomfortable as fuck and I hate it. Yeah.
Okay. I feel you. I'm actually the same. I mean, I don't draw my energy from other people, but I am very busy. So I think that's why it's been kind of opposite for me, where like this quarantine, I was never in the house, like ever. Like my house is like my closet, like, and that's it. So it's like being home now, I'm like, oh my God, like I was exhausted. I like needed this rest. I needed, and being an empath and not really realizing how much I do pour into other people. I mean, I don't know, the first 2 months of quarantine, or definitely like the first month, I feel like I completely changed like as a person, because I think when there are so many voices around you and so many other energies, and then you can't really hear yourself sometimes. So I think being in quarantine really helped me. But then now it's like hot outside. So it's like, it's like, okay, like I was cool when it was like cold, but now I want to do brunch. Yeah. But then like now they're like bigger issues. So fuck brunch. Like, because
that's what I'm saying. And now, yeah.
What are you guys most afraid of?
I don't like small confined spaces, literally and figuratively, where it feels like I'm just claustrophobic. I don't really like tight, small confined spaces. I don't know if it's like abandonment issues or what, but it's just like I need to be free. I need to move. I need to be able to feel myself. Yeah.
I feel you. My ex-boyfriend went caving and I was like, nope. Go ahead.
It sounds mad cliche, but I am fearful of dying alone.
Like without anyone physically around you? Or you mean like just like single?
Anyone physically around me and not have making any type of worldly impact when I die. So alone in the sense of like, yes, there's no one actually there, but there's no, my name doesn't resonate for anybody. Like I no longer exist when I die. Which is like partially, I think, why I know so many people and like have so many, just have a big ass fucking network. And pour into so many people with the hope that, you know, when it comes, there will be people there. Because I'm by no means fearful of actually dying. In fact, most people would say that I'm very reckless and do a lot of shit that I probably should have been gone already. But
no comment.
What's my best friend's mom? I saw her a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Just be smart, baby. Just be smart." And I was like, "What's that mean?" And she's like, "Just be smart. I love you." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Like, we love you. Just
yeah, nah. I just be doing regular shit. So I'm not fearful of death, but I'm fearful of not making an impact and not having any type of legacy and no longer like fully existing in memory, in results of action, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. What do you guys think about the way our generation communicates, and how do you both feel each other communicate? Because since you are in a relationship, I think it'd be interesting to hear how you feel. What I realized, which is, I mean, crazy to me, but may make sense to you, a lot of people don't like talking on the phone, or like if someone calls them, they'll be like, what? Like, it's just not a thing. We're scared of like direct interaction with humans more than necessary. Like, we'd rather text or like see you on Instagram or whatever, unless we're in person. So like, how do you feel about that?
I'm right there with you. I can't stand it. I am currently a mentor of a 16-year-old, and like, it sucks. Like, she's so used to texting and, you know, an email here and there. But like when I call her, it's like nervousness, but I'm like, I need you to get this together, because like when you get to college and you're like, oh, I mean, not saying that she's going to fail or in her classes, but like, God forbid you fail in your classes, you got to call your professor and be like, look, I kind of am fucking up, or you need to go to his, you know, her office hours, whatever. You got to like make sure you're like putting forth the effort. And a text and an email, I feel like, doesn't get the message across 100%. Like, if you show up, like, be there, call, like, see facial expressions, see body language. I think that's so important, because it's like you're showing the effort that you want to be here, versus like a text, like, oh, that's just a very bare minimum. No, I'm calling you once a week.
Right.
Get this conversation in. Like,
right.
So I push people for really advocating to communicate with each other face to face first.
How do you think he communicates?
How he communicates?
Yeah. Do you think he's a good communicator?
He's a great communicator. I am still working on myself as well. I think for me, it's like the uncomfortable conversations, and putting the mirror up to my face is where I lack, because I'm like, I don't take things personal, or no, I'm not super emotional about certain things, but like, he is very strategic and putting the mirror up to my face and be like, you kind of do, or, you know, actually not kind of do, nigga, you do, but it comes from a good place. Like, I know that time he talks to me, it's not malicious. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to, you know, take the carpet away from you. Like, no, I want you to succeed. But with that, we got to go through some uncomfortable conversations.
Okay. What about you? How do you feel about how our generation communicates?
How our generation communicates, I think we're in a unique place, because You know, we came from dial-up to iPhone 10.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to live in the space where it was like, yo, I'm coming over, be at your house. And, you know, I ride my bike and I knock on the door and waiting on you to make sure you're there. It took a lot of trust.
Yes, trust.
It did. It took a lot of trust, like having friends. That's why friends were so like valuable, because it's like, yo, you were of your word.
Yeah.
And I think we have the potential to still have that level of trust and communication, but we have gotten accustomed to everything being so available that we struggle with human we struggle with human to human interaction. And we struggle with difficult conversations. Like, I think now, especially because people are so scared to talk about difficult topics, that it causes normal communication to be too difficult. If I meet a person on the street and I'm like spending the whole time thinking about what their pronoun is or trying to properly, you know, identify them, then I can't have a real conversation with you, because every single time I say something, I'm thinking he, she, or they, he, she, their, or they, or, you know, who.
Always on the defense.
We're super defensive, and we don't want to offend people. But now we get so caught up in trying not to offend people that we there's just no real engagement, because we can't be our authentic true selves. Not saying that our authentic true selves are just fucked up and we're trying to like devalue a person, but we lose the ability to be authentic because we're too worried about how people are going to, you know, perceive what I'm saying. So we don't listen to, we listen to respond, essentially, of like, oh, well, you said this, like, nah, I'm not Black, I'm Dominican. So like, you know, we're listening to be amped up to attack somebody when engaging. So that shit is hard. And it makes, you know, I am a person who I just say what the fuck I want to say. And, you know, I would love to hear, if someone disagrees with what I say, then I would love to hear their reason as to why, and we can have a dialogue about it. But I don't think we're in a space like that anymore, because everyone's fearful of being called a racist or being called a bigot or a homophobe. And if you get called out for being that, cool. That's where you are. So now what are you going to do to take the next steps to learn? How are you going to engage in that conversation to now debunk those stereotypes? But we don't do it. So I think we have the potential to come back to being strong communicators, but we tiptoe in every conversation, I feel like. And then as for how she communicates, I think, you know, there's been a lot of growth. I think I also have to, you know, look at myself and understand that I come from a space where difficult conversations are the norm. And so I can't expect that of everybody. And I think Rasean comes from a space where
I can't ask why.
But, you know, so
I couldn't ask why.
So it's interesting to see that perspective and go super inward. For her, I think she goes more inward when she's communicating with people, versus where I'm like, well, this is what I think, everybody. And if you disagree, I'll be here all day. Come talk to me. but
that's funny.
So I think that's the thing. And then when it comes to like on the phone,
I've been sending books.
She be sending books.
That was one of my next questions. As far as like dealing with uncomfortable conversations, will you call this person and go get coffee and hack it out, or will you send books?
For Rasean, it's not a difficult conversation. It's just she's like working through her. It seems like she's typing her stream of consciousness. And
which I am. I'm a writer, so like writing is very good for me. But
then the other times it'd be like I don't get a response at all, So I'd be like, I'm gonna do whatever then. I don't care. So I think that's where we at, because I just hate being on the phone. Yeah. So sending books, typing out the Bible. What's up?
I feel like I've gotten better. Shut up. But yeah, it's a lot. Was that what was the next question about? What about writing books?
Oh no. Not actually writing books, but like, texting people because you can't face them. Like some people, and not you specifically, but a lot of people revert to texting. Like there are things that I've sent to people and then I've talked to my mom and she's like, oh my God, you sent that in a text? Like, she's like, I would have like called them or like said, meet me somewhere so we can talk about this. Like you just sent this like huge thing in a text. And I didn't even think about it because it's 2020 and like, and then it makes me feel bad. So I'm trying to do better. And then most people do that. There are a lot of people who will, call the person up or make the appointment to see them. So I just like to know where people like stand in that.
So I recently had an incident where I have one of my nurse practitioners. She's studying to become a RN or a physician assistant.
Okay.
And rather than so she's like busy. She like got a kid and is working and got family issues because they're from Jamaica. Like so they're just dealing with like just a lot of different things. And they asked for my help. If I could take one of their classes, they will pay me to do one of their classes. Cool. Just send me the login information, send me the syllabus, just so I have an idea of what this class will entail, and we can go from there. If you have any questions, call me. But this person continues to text and then like always constantly like, well, did you get it done? But did you get it done? Well, you never called me and you never sent me these things. Like, I need you to get on the phone, have just a conversation about it, because I feel like these texts, and even they sent the voice messages, so it doesn't stay within the message. How am I supposed to understand? Like, I want to help you. So if you're not helping me help you, like, then we're both gonna be combative. And recently they posted like, oh, it seems like people don't really look out for you, and the sub tweets and the subliminal whatever. Reached out to the person and was like, hey, do you feel like I'm not supporting you? And they're like, yeah, I feel like you didn't step in like I thought you would. So he feels like, if they really wanted that class so bad, like they should have like really put forth the efforts. Okay. But at the same time, you're not giving me the full spectrum of like what's going on with your class. Like, so I had to make the decision to be like, you know what? And I called the person. I'm like, no, so I'm going to like respectfully decline, and I'm not going to take the class for you. And it was just like, oh, I wish you would have just like text me that. No, because I want you to hear my tone of voice. I want you to understand that I respect you, but I'm also just not going to deal with this back and forth of like inconsistent and lack of communication, because I refuse to deal with it. So.
What about you, Elijah? Is there ever a time where you had a really hard conversation that you had to muscle through? Like, what was that conversation? How did you get through it?
Hey, I'm a chimney. I want all the smoke. So anytime it's like time for a difficult conversation, like, yo, you know where I'm at. Let's go. Like, let's talk. Let's rap. Let's see what's up. I prefer to have those conversations in person because tone and messaging gets lost through text, but intent gets lost over the phone. So I think, when you're face to face, there's something to be said about nonverbal communication. There's something to be said about taking the time out to put that conversation first. If I'm on the phone and I'm chilling at the crib, I could be doing a number of things. I could be playing Call of Duty while I'm talking to you and having an intense conversation. If we're out and we're together, this conversation is what's most important. This is what takes precedent. So, you know, I'm constantly trying to have those conversations in person. I have a friend who, you know, right now we're not on the best terms at all. And we haven't talked to each other for a good like 2 weeks, but we talk to each other like every day.
Every day.
And I'm going home. I'm going back to Maryland this weekend. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm going back to Maryland this Friday. So like, I'm just gonna pull up to his house and be like, yo, we got some shit to talk about. You know, it just, I don't know. There's just more power in being face to face. It's another level of human connection that is really empowering.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I was also in a long distance relationship and did break up with a girl through text, but like that was a different Elijah, and you know, it was a different time, and I lived in Texas, and plane tickets were really expensive. So I wasn't about to fly to break up with you because I feel like that's even more shitty. You know, I'm a
caller for free.
We talked. Yeah, we called afterwards. It was like I was like, hey, we gotta talk, and she was like, you're about to break up with me, aren't you? And I was like,
he was like, yeah.
And I was like, we should just talk. And she was like, but what are we about to talk about? And I was like, I think I want to break up with you. So
what she asked?
Yeah, asking you shall receive.
Oh God, that's too much. Okay.
I regret it. Like,
no, I get it. Like, whatever. Who cares? Like, you're in a new relationship. Like, whatever. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know, damn. Like, I don't know. That reminds me of, like, also I talk to people about, and I'm not really sure how you two met, but you know, the whole dating app thing, it makes it very hard also, and contributes to how we communicate, especially with like the opposite sex, because it's like a lot of people don't meet at the grocery store, you know what I mean? Like, they just like,
oh my God, you're buying almond milk too?
You know, like, they're not just like, you dropped your orange. Like, it's not a thing. What is something that you, I guess, don't want to tell people but should tell people because it could help someone else?
I'm going to say me coming out the closet is really huge, just because a lot of us, like Christian folk that be up in the church, especially those that be in the choir, I'm like, I know there's a little sugar in their tank, but sorry, that was really stupid. No, but yeah, but just coming out, you know, and being involved in the church, and you know, I think that's sharing that with my cousins or just my family members that have come out and that have separated themselves from the family. I think that has really helped build a community amongst us. I've been a lot closer with my cousins because it's like, okay, well, I'm still struggling to come out myself. And I think that helps a lot of people build the courage to just live in their truth.
Word.
So how do you identify?
Bisexual.
Okay. Go ahead.
I would say
monogamous relationship, of course.
Oh, yeah. But you do have to say that these days. Like, a lot of people are in poly situations.
Yeah. Which I feel like
I don't judge.
It's not a new thing, but I've seen a lot of books like within the past, like, I don't know, all of a sudden everybody on my Instagram is poly. And I'm like, when did this happen?
I don't
like,
have
or maybe just started talking about it, or like having the courage to talk. I don't know. I'm just seeing it a lot more often.
Yeah.
What's something that I just we talked when we were having technical difficulties about being the rock friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always the person, not always, but I'm often the person that people come to confide in, to talk, you know, talk shop, whatever, figure shit out. And shit, even my parents said this to me last time I was home, but it's difficult for me to admit that I'm battling and struggling with my own mental health challenges. And so confessing that and telling people, as a person who is seemingly so strong and so like impenetrable, I think is powerful, and is the thing that, you know, I've been trying to do with Entangled podcast. But because I'm just a loud, you know, boisterous person, I'm have fun. I do a bunch of different things and like know a bunch of different people. I'm always out partying. People make the assumption that, oh, he's good, so I can pour, you know, all this on him. But to know that, you know, sometimes the rock friend is struggling as well, is a powerful thing.
It shows that like Superman has an Achilles tendon. Like he can fall sometimes. He has a kryptonite. Yeah. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I was like, right. two superheroes.
Superman has kryptonite.
And you know, it's hard too because I've moved a bunch of different times. So now I'm in Philly, and we've only been here for what, like 2 years. So the people that I know here don't know that side of me at all. And I've only known them for 2 years. So they know me as like, oh, this nigga always hype. He always at the party, he jumping around. He got like 5-6 different drinks in his hand. He's fucking wilding. Whereas like my friends in Maryland, or DC or Virginia are like, oh shit, okay, we know something's going on. We know Elijah needs a little bit of support. Or my friends in Texas are like, hey man, Elijah, the livest nigga in the room, you know? So I think it's also very important for the people who don't know me on a full scale to know that people.
Yeah. Okay. 3 more questions. What's missing is the first one.
What's missing?
A dog.
You want a dog?
So bad.
A lot of work.
Do you have a dog?
Not anymore.
So that answers that.
No, but I want a dog. Obviously, I want another one. But yeah, when I had a dog, I mean, it's like a kid, you know? Like,
yeah.
But they're cute. So you want a dog, Elijah? What's missing for you?
Right now, what's missing? Like right now, what's missing is motivation.
I would agree with that too, for myself too.
I think one, because quarantine, shit's been hard, it's been rough, trying to figure shit out. Everybody at my job is kind of in the same position where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Yeah. But then 2, finding the motivation to continue to use my voice. Like I think, you know, I'm a pretty low-key person when it comes to my engagement with social activism. I do what I need to do. Like I do my diligence, but I'm not, you know, posting it on social media. I'm not telling people that I'm doing this. Like these are just my actions, and I'm trying to make a difference. And it's at a point now where it's like, damn, yo, it's about to be 3 decades of me on this earth, and I done seen this shit almost as many times as my grandma has. So that shit is wild. It's tiring, and I don't know how to continue to find the strength to keep doing my part. And I actually was talking to my grandma yesterday, and she was like, yo, I made it, stop complaining. And I was like, that's all I needed to hear, thank you. Yeah. Like that's really what I needed to hear. But it does get tiring, it gets exhausting, and I'm at a loss of motivation. And then because of, you know, the state that I see my people in, that I see Black people in, I get nervous and frustrated and lose the motivation to continue moving for my students. And that's a little frustrating. And then you get frustrated, you get angry at yourself, and then, you know, all these things just start circulating, and you're like, fuck, well, I'm just gonna sit on the couch and drink. But then you gotta, so.
Okay. And what do you need to heal?
What do I need to heal? I hate this question. Yo, because, no, because I was talking to my coworker and like we got some students who are failing and we'd be like, yo, so what do you need from us? And it's always the Black boys who are like, I don't know, I don't really need anything. I just need, I just got to get my shit together. And it's like that is, I feel like it's always the mindset of the Black boy.
Yeah.
And then as a Black man, it still be like, no, I don't need nothing. I just got, I got buckled down and get this shit together. And so when people ask me that, I'm always like, I don't know. And it was funny hearing my students say that because I was like, damn, I be saying the same shit, bro. Like, what do you need? Come on, bro. So I don't know. You gotta answer first because I don't know.
All right. What do I need to heal from? I need to get over past traumatic experiences with males in position of power. I just need to heal from it. Like what I do with my everyday, just going above and beyond. I just want to be in that position of power just so that people could trust me, because I identify with so many different demographics: Black, woman, queer, like prior service. Like I want to be able to like identify and have people to trust me, because I feel like in the past I've had men, specifically white men, who have just like take advantage of their power and to skew things, and I just want to heal from that. Not make it as my motivation, but just like really just heal from it and move forward from that. Yeah. It sucks being pretty.
What do I need? I don't know,
You need to ask for help.
Hey man, don't tell me what I need. I need.
Help me. You are the strong family. You are the strong friend. Like you need, when you're down and out, like sometimes you just need to ask for help.
See, but what's gonna get me to? I don't know.
What I mean? I'm not giving you an answer. I'm just lobbing it for you.
All right. Thank you for the assist, Dennis Rodman.
You're welcome.
I need a resilient community, because I'm hard-headed and I refuse to accept help.
Okay.
I need a community of people who will help me regardless, or who will not, I don't know, like not, quit's not the word, but not take no for an answer, I guess. Because people will ask me for help and they'll be like, no, I'm good, I'll figure it out. And I need people who will be like, all right, that's what's up, but here's this, here's some literature to cope with this, or here's some things, here's some resources that you can use. And just give it to me anyways, regardless if I use it or not, but people who will be there despite me saying, nah, I'm good, bro.
True.
That's my catchphrase. Nah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Or that's the Black man's catchphrase.
I'm cool.
I feel like it's a lot of Black people's catchphrase, to be honest.
Yeah. Especially right now. Especially right now.
Yeah.
Because we're in Zoom meetings all fucking day, and I'm sure not all of us work with other people of color or just other Black people in general. So everybody's like, "Are you good? You good?" And we just be like, "Yeah, we straight. I'm straight." Holding back from tears.
Yeah.
Or like, nigga, we could have been out and just got fucking maced, and we sitting right here in front of the computer screen,
right?
Carrying all my work day like nothing happened last night.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Because
y'all sign.
Because that's heavy and that's real. Like, you know, we're just not complainers. Okay, last question. What do you have to say to the world? Like, if everything shut down, but the world could only see your face, hear your voice for like 30 seconds, what would you do? What would you say?
Damn. What would you say? I would probably say something ignorant, so I'm going to go last so I can think about it.
Oh, gosh. I'd probably say the Lord's Prayer.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, like a collective prayer.
Yeah.
The world needs that for sure.
Together, you know, can't do this alone. So, everybody bow your head. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, bow your head. I'm so quick to pray for something leading into like a big decision or
that's good.
You know, so it's just kind of like I want something to lead me. I don't want to just like do it for my selfish reasons. Like if this is God's purpose for me to do so and so, then let me just pray on it and, you know, let it manifest. Say it aloud as well, because I'm really big on like there's life and death and power in the tongue. So, you know, speak it. Yeah.
I would say what my friend said to me yesterday, or when I asked him about.
I am not ready.
No, it's not even bad. When I asked about, damn, see what she think about me, yo? She said, I don't even want to hear it.
I think he's, you know.
I am profound.
Yeah, I think you're
great. What my man said to me yesterday when I was frustrated with people not listening to or not, you know, hearing my advice on like what some next action steps could be for protesters, which was, you ready for this? It's about to be so anticlimactic. Was, hey, bruh. And that was it. And, you know, for me, that meant a lot because for me, that means, hey, bruh, like knowing it was Naj.
Okay.
So knowing my friend, it's like, yo, you still got work to do. Like you still got to get the shit done. We still got to help Black people. We still got to continue to fight. We still got to keep pressing forward. You know, something I used to say when I was in the classroom, if like kids were crying and frustrated, it was like, yo, just make sure your tears don't blur up the pencil marks. Like it's fine. We can cry, we can feel, but shit still got to get done. And while you're acting, feel free to feel, because that will fuel your action. But hey, bro, like
with the hands in motion.
Hey, like I feel you, but we must keep moving.
Yeah, you know, and that's for everything. Like shit is always gonna be hard, you know?
Yeah.
There's always challenges, there's always blunders, shit never goes our way. It's always in God's hands and never in ours.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you for having
this. This was so beautiful. What did you guys draw?
Yo, you're a hater. All right, yo. So for the first draw, I drew Pac-Man, right? I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Waka, waka, waka.
But Pac-Man's like talking to this girl and she's crying because she's not communicating. Because you have to. Because
you should have put like a brick wall. Because it's like, hello. I don't know. You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah, I'm an artist. Yo, leave me alone. And then I drew a cup pouring into another cup just because that's what gives me joy, pouring it out. The next question was like, what makes me uncomfortable? So I put a television with the remote pressing pause. You know, that's right. Ooh, we out here because the world's on pause. You know.
We're not going to have this again.
And then I put myself buried and everybody just walking over my grave.
Oh my God.
Figures, because that's what scares me the most, like dying and
people just like forgetting you existed.
Yeah. And then I put people at a coffee table having a conversation, And then I put text messages and like all on the left side because nobody's responding. Then I put a brain that looks like a cloud for what was the question? What's difficult or what's something I struggle with? I don't know. I was just drawing.
Oh, nice.
And then the last one, I just wrote Ubuntu, which is just a phrase meaning community, and that's for what I need.
Okay, so Picasso. All right. So don't look at this. This is my grocery list.
Okay.
Go to the grocery store. All right. So I have a person in the car with a bunch of question marks because they don't know where the fuck they're going. So,
road rage.
Yeah, road rage. I put a pretzel and some fruit and drinks because I like food. What makes me uncomfortable the most, there's my parents right here, stick figures, and my dad says, throw that leg over there.
Wow.
And my feet, and then you see the stick figure, his teeth is like, ugh, and it says yikes, and then there's a TV screen and it says explicit with the stick figure bending over the other stick figure.
Okay.
All right. The rainbow is like how I want to share my story and my testimony. What gives me, I guess, the most anxiety or the most I'm afraid of is this dark hole, and in the middle it says help. This little smiley dog, this is what I'm missing because I need him in my life or her. And Psalms 23 is how we're going to heal the world.
Yeah.
Through prayer.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yes.
No. Okay. Yo, thank you so much for having us. It was amazing. We had a great time.